Above the clouds, drones have captured things no one was supposed to see: breathing waterfalls, ancient coffins sealed in cliffside caves, and eerie structures with no known origin. These 20 strange discoveries. Let's start. Bangarh Fort, located in Rajasthan, India, is the remains of a once thriving 15th century city built by Raja Bhagwan Singh. It's often referred to as one of India's most mysterious places. According to local legend, a sage placed a curse on the city, leading to its decline and the ruler's downfall. Stories speak of a tragic fate for the inhabitants, and the princess's destiny is still unknown. Some say her spirit lingers at the site. The Archaeological Survey of India advises visitors to leave before sunset due to reports of strange events like people losing their way or minor accidents. Tourists, especially international visitors, must obtain special permission to enter. The fort's buildings remain roofless. Locals believe this is due to a curse that prevents roofs from staying up. Despite its eerie reputation, the site also features several ancient Hindu temples that give it a peaceful spiritual atmosphere. But what if the mountains themselves become a canvas for one man's mystical visions? About 4,000 years ago, a hermit is believed to have carved stones in this region. Centuries later, a modern counterpart appeared, Alberto Gutierrez, also known as the Hermit of Nicaragua or the Stone Man. Born on October 17, 1944, near Esteli, he always felt connected to the forest. At age 9, he dreamed of carving a mountain. By 33, during a time of conflict in Nicaragua, he chose to follow that dream. He moved to El Jalacate Mountain, near the Tisaya-Estanzuela Reserve, where he saw the 91-meter rock from his vision. There, he built a small wooden cabin and lived without electricity or running water. With basic tools like iron rods and metal sheets, he carved animals and shapes into the mountain: elephants, cheetahs, and more. Would you ever give up modern comforts to live a life of passion and solitude like the Stone Man? Comment and chat with me. Now, imagine stumbling upon a treasure trove left by an ancient empire high above the clouds. What secrets did the Romans leave behind? In 2020, a hiker in the Swiss Alps found an ancient Roman coin near an old Roman sanctuary. This sparked archaeological digs between the Ameronhorn and Vilstrubel Mountains, about 2.5 kilometers above sea level. Researchers uncovered 100 coins, 27 rock crystals, 59 shoes, a brooch, and part of a leaf-shaped votive plaque. These finds suggest the site was sacred, likely a pilgrimage spot where people left offerings, much like a wishing well. The coins date from the 1st to the 5th century AD, showing people visited for hundreds of years. The mountain's beauty and nearby rock crystals may have added to its spiritual importance. Just when you think it can't get more mysterious, we find a tomb that aligns perfectly with the cosmos. Could this be ancient astronomy or something more? In 2023, archaeologists in southern Spain discovered a tomb estimated to be over 5,400 years old. It was found near a prominent lone mountain known as Piedras Blancas, or white stones in Spanish. While the site's preservation is impressive, its alignment with the summer solstice sunrise on June 21st is what truly stands out. Each year, as the sun rises, its rays illuminate a monolith inside the tomb, casting shifting patterns of light and shadow. This phenomenon is similar to what occurs at Newgrange in Ireland and highlights the advanced astronomical knowledge of Neolithic people. Nature has its strange rhythm. What if a waterfall could breathe? This next wonder will defy everything you know about gravity and water. Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Nature has its timer, and Wyoming's intermittent spring near Afton proves it. Known as the Breathing Waterfall, it is the world's largest of its kind. The water flows for about 18 minutes, then stops for 15, repeating the cycle naturally. The science behind it is simple: the siphon effect. The water fills an underground chamber through a narrow channel. When it reaches a certain level, the siphon triggers and water rushes out, creating the waterfall. As the water drains, air enters the chamber, stopping the flow. Once refilled, the process begins again. This rare phenomenon is most visible from late summer to fall when water levels shift. First documented by Archibald Gardner in 1889, it remains one of nature's most fascinating rhythms. Let's go even further back. What kind of people dared to live where the air is thin and the nights unforgiving, over 12,000 years ago? And then there's Jose, one of the earliest known human settlements in the high Andes of Peru, where archaeologists are currently working. They discovered what may be the oldest evidence of human life at high altitudes. This site, nearly 4.5 kilometers above sea level, dates back about 12,000 years. Early humans from the Ice Age lived in a rocky shelter, enduring cold, dry, and low oxygen conditions. The cave features darkened ceilings and ancient wall art. Archaeologists also found spear points, scrapers, carved stone tools, and bones from large mammals. Beneath these peaks, time has stood still. What if an ancient body of water from the dawn of history still flows below our feet? A discovery in the Clios Mountains of Sicily, Italy, revealed a 6-million-year-old fossilized underground aquifer. Found thousands of meters below ground, it holds about 17.5 cubic kilometers of fresh water. Scientists believe it formed during the Mycenaean salinization crisis between 5 and 7 million years ago, when the Mediterranean nearly dried up after the Strait of Gibraltar was blocked. Rainwater seeped into the exposed seafloor and was absorbed by limestone beneath the mountains. When sea levels rose again, the water became trapped under pressure from the returning seawater. This ancient reservoir could help ease water shortages in Sicily. Researchers hope it may lead to similar findings across the Mediterranean, offering new solutions to freshwater scarcity. Sometimes the most remarkable stories are rooted in silence. What tree has stood watch over Europe for more than a millennium? Deep in the mountains of Italy stands Italus, the oldest living tree in Europe. This ancient Bosnian pine is more than 1,230 years old and began growing during the time of Charlemagne, when the Byzantine Empire thrived and Vikings roamed Europe. Scientists confirmed its age using dendrochronology, the study of tree rings. Italus grows in a remote, harsh area near the limit of tree survival, which makes its longevity even more impressive. It symbolizes resilience and offers a unique glimpse into the past. As a living witness to centuries of history, from empires to modern technology, it helps researchers study environmental changes over time. By learning from Italus, scientists gain insights into past climates and what the future might bring. High in the cliffs, hidden from view, lies a burial tradition unlike any other. Who were these people, and why did they choose to sleep in the sky? Hidden in a remote valley in Guyu, southwest China, lies an intriguing site known as Hidden Valley. Visible best by drone, the area reveals hundreds of wooden coffins placed inside mountain caves, a practice that fascinates both locals and visitors. Experts believe this ancient tradition was intended to guide the souls of the deceased toward the afterlife. In one cave alone, there are over 500 coffins in varying states of preservation. This practice is thought to have originated when people relocated to the mountains to escape conflict centuries ago. Instead of traditional burials, they placed their loved ones in caves, possibly to protect the remains from floods and to symbolically place them closer to the sky, reflecting spiritual beliefs about reaching the afterlife. Ancient texts, lost and overwritten, now come back to life thanks to modern magic. What voices from the past are whispering through the parchment? St. Catherine's Monastery in Sinai, Egypt, houses one of the oldest continuously operating libraries in the world. This historic library contains thousands of manuscripts and books, some of which hold hidden texts beneath the surface. Using advanced imaging technology, researchers have uncovered writings that were once erased and overwritten by monks. Among the recovered texts are rare writings in long-lost languages, including Caucasian Albanian and Palestinian Christian Aramaic. These discoveries offer valuable insight into ancient cultures and linguistic history. A project called the Sinai Palimpsests has made these texts accessible by publishing high-resolution images online for global study. The ice has a habit of preserving the past. What warrior's relic emerged from the cold after 1,000 years? In 2017, reindeer hunters in Norway discovered a well-preserved Viking sword, likely over 1,000 years old. It was found wedged between two rocks in the mountains, with the blade mostly intact and only slightly rusted. Though the leather, wood, and bone decorations had decayed, the sword's shape remained. Experts believe it dates back to between 850 and 950 AD. The cold, low-pressure conditions helped preserve it far better than similar finds. After the discovery, researchers returned to the site with equipment and an archaeologist, hoping to uncover more artifacts from the Viking era. This next discovery will make your head spin literally. What happens when a brain survives 4,000 years beneath a mountain? In 2017, archaeologists on Mount San in Turkey found a rare piece of preserved brain tissue. Thousands of years ago, an earthquake struck the area, followed by a fire that sealed the remains under rubble. Surprisingly, the heat and lack of oxygen helped preserve the tissue. The soil, rich in potassium, magnesium, and aluminum, contributed to the formation of adipocere, a natural substance that slows decomposition. The discovery amazed scientists worldwide, as brain tissue usually breaks down quickly. Researchers are now studying the sample to learn more about ancient health and are exploring the area for more finds. If you love exploring the unexplained, give this video a like. It helps more curious minds like you find us. Could one of the world's oldest pyramid structures be hiding in plain sight in Europe? The mystery deepens with this next reveal. Near the city of Soa in Bosnia lies a group of hills known as the Bosnian Pyramids, brought to public attention in 2005 by Semir Osmanagic. He suggested that these pyramid-shaped hills, especially Visosika, were built by an ancient civilization over 30,000 years ago, citing their shape, cardinal alignment, and underground tunnels. Some enthusiasts even propose that the site generates unique energy patterns, contributing to its mystique. The theory became popular in Bosnia and turned the site into a tourist destination and a symbol of cultural pride. However, many scientists and archaeologists have challenged these claims, noting that geological studies show the hills are natural formations composed of clay, sandstone, and conglomerate. Experts have also raised concerns about excavation practices potentially harming genuine archaeological remains, and some researchers have publicly distanced themselves from the project. What does a single shoe lost in time tell us about forgotten journeys through treacherous terrain? In the steep, remote mountains of Norway, a hiker made a surprising discovery in 2019. A 1,700-year-old sandal believed to date back to the Iron Age. It was found in a high-altitude gorge, suggesting this area may have once served as a travel route. While the design may seem unfit for the harsh Nordic weather, experts believe the original users adapted by adding insulation with fabric or animal hides. This find is part of a larger picture revealing an ancient network of mountain trails. Likely in use from around 200 to 1000 AD's trails connected inland Norway to the coast. Other discoveries, including Viking Age horse remains, indicate significant activity in the region. As the ice continues to melt, more artifacts are expected to emerge, offering new insights into Norway's ancient past. Now picture an entire mountain turned into a honeycomb of human effort. Who built this underground wonder, and why? The Guyu caves in Yanqing County, China were discovered in 1984. Carved into a mountainside, they form a beehive-like network of over 350 chambers, with about 117 main caves spread across 3 sides of the mountain. Some caves have 2 levels, connected by stone stairs and bridges. Rooms vary in shape and size, with the largest about 20 meters long and an average height of 1.6 meters, suggesting shorter inhabitants. The caves were used for living, storage, ceremonies, and gatherings. Stone-carved furniture like beds, tables, and chandeliers still exists. The site includes a drainage and water storage system, showing advanced engineering. Its origin is uncertain. Some believe it was built by the Khmer from the Mongolian steppes, while others trace it to the Tang or Han dynasties. The lack of carvings, sculptures, and organic remains makes dating hard. The caves opened to the public in 1991 and became a nationally protected site in 2013. Cloud warriors. Yes, they existed, and their story rivals even the mighty Inca. Ready to meet them? The Chachapoya, known as the people of the clouds, were an ancient civilization that lived in the Amazonian Andes of present-day Peru. They settled at altitudes between 2,000 and 3,000 meters and were known for impressive architecture, especially the fortress of Qap, which has thick stone walls and over 400 buildings. Qap is often compared to Machu Picchu. The Chachapoya may have partly accepted Incan rule, but some records suggest they resisted. They were eventually conquered by the Inca in the late 15th century under Tupac Inca Yupanqui. When the Spanish arrived in 1535, they allied with the Chachapoya against the Inca, but European diseases like smallpox led to the culture's decline. The Chachapoya were described by the Spanish as having fair skin, and their women were noted for their beauty. Their original name is unknown. Chachapoya comes from the Quichua language of the Inca. Despite their disappearance, archaeological finds like a mummy-filled underground cemetery discovered in 2006 continue to reveal insights into their mysterious past. Carved into cliffs and filled with silent statues, this place is both a sanctuary and a sculpture gallery in the sky. The Maijishan caves began in the late 4th century during the Qin dynasty. Over time, the site expanded to 221 caves, holding more than 10,000 clay sculptures and over 1,300 square meters of murals. These works reflect 1,000 years of Chinese clay art. Set on a cliff about 70 meters high, the caves offer a dramatic view. The most famous is Cave 4, also called the Pavilion of the Seven Buddhas or the Tower of Scattered Flowers. It features a large hall with Buddhist symbols and links to a legend about a test of faith. The caves are split into western and eastern sections, filled with statues, murals, and unique architecture. Unlike the mural-heavy Dunhuang caves, Maijishan is known for its detailed clay sculptures, many showing daily life. Wooden walkways cling to the cliffside, making access both thrilling and challenging. Despite the climb, the views and art make it a rewarding visit. Maijishan is a must-see for anyone exploring China's cultural and artistic heritage. Witchcraft and mountain air have always made for chilling tales, but this next story is as real as it gets. Pendle Hill is widely associated with tales of hauntings and ghost sightings. It is best known for the Pendle witch trials of 1612, one of the most thoroughly recorded events in English history. 12 people, mostly from 2 Lancashire families, were accused of practicing witchcraft and causing harm. 10 were found guilty and later executed. A striking part of this story involves a 9-year-old girl named Janet, whose testimony was key to the trial, even against members of her own family. These events unfolded during a time of intense religious and political conflict, when fear of witchcraft was widespread and often misunderstood. The trials highlight a period when superstition and legal authority combined, resulting in outcomes that are still remembered today. Now we descend into legends stained with tragedy and haunted history. What happened behind these plantation walls? The Myrtles plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, was built in 1796 by General David Bradford, who fled the Whiskey Rebellion and named it Laurel Grove. It later passed to his daughter and son-in-law, Clark Woodruff, marking the beginning of its mysterious legacy. One of the most talked about legends involves Chloe, a young enslaved girl said to have been involved in a tragic incident. After being punished for overhearing private matters, she reportedly caused the accidental deaths of Woodruff's wife and 2 children. Other accounts claim she was later killed by fellow enslaved people out of fear. Some believe her spirit remains on the grounds. In 1834, Rough and Gray Sterling purchased the home, expanded it, and renamed it Myrtles. His family also faced misfortune, and in 1874, his son-in-law, William Winter, was reportedly shot and collapsed on the staircase. Legend says his ghost still retraces those final steps. The plantation passed through many hands, with each era adding to its collection of ghost stories. In the 1970s, it became an inn, and unusual sightings and events helped build its reputation as one of America's most haunted homes. And finally, as night falls over the mountains, we uncover one last mystery, one that blurs the line between folklore and fact. Guests have reported unexplained sounds and sightings at the plantation, including an apparition of a young woman in a turban, often identified in legend as Chloe. In 1992, a photograph taken on the grounds was said to show her ghost. However, historians question the accuracy of these stories. For example, there are no verified records of an enslaved person named Chloe at the plantation, and historical accounts suggest the Woodruff family died of yellow fever, not poisoning. Despite these doubts, the plantation's haunted reputation remains strong. Which of these mysterious discoveries gave you goosebumps, the breathing waterfall or the hidden coffins? Drop your pick in the comments. We're curious what creeped you out the most. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.
Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.